Hello, hello, my friends. Another HOMEWORX review for you today. We are going to be talking about Deliciously Apple. This is their standard 4-wick, 18-ounce vessel with another beautiful wraparound label here. And let's go ahead and talk about the fragrance notes on this candle. They are juicy Mcintosh, honey crisp apple, watery pear, and applewood. The pour date of my candle is May 8th of 2023. So interestingly enough, I did purchase this candle at the beginning of July. Was it at the beginning of July? I think it was. And I'm a little bit surprised that the pour date is a candle from, gosh, over a year ago. However, with HOMEWORX candles, I do think that sometimes that can be a good thing because HOMEWORX is one of the brands that I do believe the fragrances tend to get a little bit stronger the longer that they cure. And I will let you know if I feel like that is the case when we talk about the performance of this candle. I do always like to let you guys know also at some point throughout my candle reviews, I'm trying to be a little bit better about letting you guys know at the beginning that if you are curious to know the layout of my home, environmental factors, square footage, all of the things to see how they compare to your home, please check the description box down below because that can very much influence the perspective or the experience that we have with our candles. And so I always want you to understand where I am coming from when I am giving an assessment for a candle. All right, so what am I smelling with this candle? I really like this. Is it anything earth shattering? No. I think that the name for this candle is actually quite appropriate. This is just a delicious apple fragrance. You don't get apple spice. It's very much just a good fruity apple candle. I get the juiciness, like a juicy Macintosh, honey crisp apple. It's not a tart apple fragrance to me. It is definitely more of like a sweet apple. And it's interesting that they include watery pear in the accords there because there is something in this candle that I do detect a slight, I mean, very, very slight pear note in the background here. But to my nose, it's still very much a predominantly apple fragrance. I actually have really been enjoying this scent because I feel like it complements a lot of the quote unquote apple heavy or apple spice type of fragrances that are in my collection right now for the upcoming fall season. This is what I would call kind of like a good fall. It's not a neutral, like vanilla is more neutral to me, but if you guys might understand where I'm coming from with this, that because there's no spice element to this, there's no woody aspect to this. It is just simply a good juicy apple fragrance. I feel like it is going to enhance other fragrances that might have apple spice or apple woodiness in it. Or maybe even like, next week I will be reviewing the new Kringle Bourbon Apple and Oud. That's kind of a twist on an apple type of fragrance. So I feel like this one just goes really well. It's a very versatile type of fall fragrance if that is something that you are looking for. I have seen in some of the Facebook groups sometimes that people are inquiring about they're like, hey, I just want a good plain apple fragrance. And that is what I think this one is here. It delivers on that. So it's not anything. Is it anything like earth shattering? No, but is there a place for it in my collection? Absolutely. And am I enjoying it? Definitely. Let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this candle. So you can see how the wicks are performing here. You can see that one there to the right. It does want to lean just slightly. However, I have not had any issues with the wicks falling over into the wax pool. I generally burn my HOMEWORX candles around a maximum of 4 hours. Every once in a while, I lose track of time and I will burn them up to 6 hours. You can see that there is no sooting going on around the rim of the vessel. You see a little bit of wick debris in the wax pool, but again, that is not altering the fragrance of this candle. Harry says that these wicks are self-trimming, and every once in a while, I will slightly trim off a little bit of excess carbon at the end of the candle, just so that way there isn't like a pop or an explosion of it in the wax pool. But these wicks, by nature, they're a little bit thinner, so therefore they don't really develop these huge carbon balls. I have not had any issues with the wax pooling out, nothing like that. It's very easily obtaining that full wax pool, and the actual performance in those regards has been pretty good for me. Strength and throw on this candle, it's going to be a high medium. I'm going to settle on around a 7 for this candle. Like I said, I have really been enjoying pairing it with some other fragrances that are maybe a little bit more unique or heavy hitting. So therefore, most of the time I have been burning this candle in a bedroom. However, it still performs well out in my open concept living room. I definitely smell it. I can smell it when I walk in across the room. Is it going to smack me in the face? No. But is it a noticeable apple fragrance? Absolutely. This is one of those scents that I have told you that I am of the mindset that, especially those of us who are used to fragrance, those of us who burn a lot of candles, our threshold for fragrance can be a lot higher. And so therefore we can be a little bit more critical of saying like, oh, I want it to be stronger, which there's nothing wrong with that if you genuinely do feel that way. However, when I have been burning this candle, people do walk into my home and they're like, ooh, it smells really good in here. Apple, I think, is one of those fragrances that even people who are not really like quote unquote candle people or home fragrance type of people, I think they walk into a home with an apple fragrance going in it, and they just feel like it's warm and cozy and inviting, almost year round, to be honest with you. I know my mother-in-law is one of those people that she loves warm and cozy fragrances no matter what season it is, and apple is a fragrance that she just is very synonymous with a warm and cozy and inviting feeling in her home. So that being said, you guys, when I've had this candle burning, people have complimented it. So even though I'm giving it a ranking of a 7, my ranking is there as a 7. 7 to me doesn't mean like 70%. 7 to me just means that like a 10 candle would be smacking me in the face, and I smell it in every single room of my house. Very, very few candles actually reach that place. I have said numerous times that a 7 to an 8 for a candle is usually my sweet spot, because I do have friends and family who are very sensitive to fragrance. They are more prone to headaches or sinus issues. And so for me personally, that 7 to 8 is usually the sweet spot. And I will tell you that this fragrance to me hits that sweet spot. Like I said, I can move it in my living room, but I can also kind of let it be a complementary fragrance to another candle that is usually, when I burn a candle in my living room, that I call that kind of like my anchor fragrance for whatever like scent story I'm wanting to tell throughout my house. I'll usually burn another fragrance, in the master bedroom, and then one maybe in one of my kids' bedrooms, for like that whole home fragrance effect. But this one's pretty good, you guys. This does get 2 thumbs up for me, even though it's kind of just a more, I want to say it's basic, but it's basic in the best way. So let me know in the comment box down below if you have purchased this candle and what your experience has been. Do you agree with me that this is just a good, simple apple type of fragrance? If you have a different experience, you're also welcome to chime in down there too. I just always ask that everybody remains respectful of myself and others. I do have a discount code with the Slatkin & Co. website. I am a brand ambassador. However, I did purchase this candle. It was not sent to me in PR. My discount code with them is Katie's Joyful Life. It should save you 15% off of your purchase over $40. I have already made my feelings known about some of the issues that they have had with well, not always being able to apply discount codes, or really the one that really irks me is rewards codes. They are aware of that, and I do believe that they are working behind the scenes to try to fix that. But that is an affiliate code that is eligible for a commission. So if you ever hear me giving a discount code, or any other candle reviewers, just know that all of them are affiliate codes that are eligible for a commission. So please only use them if you are comfortable doing so. Please hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful. It helps helps me out with the old YouTube algorithm. And consider subscribing if you are new and if you enjoy candle reviews, if you like hauls. I do empties and I do a lot of other fun, just kind of like sometimes like ranking or sharing my favorites with you. I also do a candle chat series twice a month. I do plan to upload my early August candle chat this weekend for you. So all kinds of fun candle content that if you like to talk about candles, I think that you'll like hanging out here on my channel. I do want to say thank you so very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.